Welcome, Scorpio Sagittarius, to your beginning of the month reading for March. This reading is for the 6th through the 14th. Okay, my friends, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, getting straight in here. Message, please, for Scorpio Sagittarius. Peace and relaxation. Nice. That's the Four of Swords. Is just saying that you're in a kind of a peaceful mood right now at the beginning of the month. Relaxing is a good thing. Just be sure, that you're having some kind of inner focus. You could even be focusing on a little spirituality at this time, or looking for guidance and help and seeing things clearly within your clarity, right? You've got a busy schedule going on, so spending some quiet time in meditation is a good thing. And clarifying on that card. And this card not only clarifies on that, the entire reading. And the card coming out for you is opening up. I like that one. Because that one's saying you're opening up, and you could be definitely opening up to your spirituality, to clarity, to seeing things in a different light, focusing on what you need to focus on, and allowing things to just kind of release and, withdraw from the world a little bit. Also could be getting rid of a little bit of any control that you might feel like something's controlling your life, burdening you, any of those things you were just kind of releasing at this time. So very nice, my friends. Okay, getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. It's really opening up. Could you be even opening up communication as well with all the swords? Some kind of peaceful relaxation, having someone who can actually help, like I said before, along the way. Please, 3 cards. Thank you. Yeah, where you weren't feeling very passionate right now. There's a little bit of block in love. With the Page of Pentacles over here, it's like you were looking. Somebody could have come to service or a message, and then you have the blessings with the Judgment card. In the recent past over here, it does feel like somebody did come with maybe a gift or some kind of message for you, or you were waiting for someone to come, to open up to you, to say something to you. Could be this Leo, could also be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. And it just feels like, maybe they had given you some kind of hopes and promises that they were coming to say something to you, to offer you this. And it does feel like you were, keeping the integrity alive over here. Maybe even giving them a little more control of the situation, a little more integrity than maybe they deserve. Because it just feel like, but then they didn't show up. Maybe they felt the grass was greener somewhere else. But however it was, it also feels like maybe they were kind of saying what they wanted to say to kind of get your attention at that time. So it just feels like with the 9 of Coins upside down, they could have been using you as a convenience, right? It felt convenient at the time. I use you as a convenience. That can actually hurt a lot. And with the Lovers over here in reverse, there's no passion. They're not, but you're aware of the toxicity that they're giving out. So you are resting and releasing that and really opening up to the clarity, the understanding of how toxic this relationship really could be, and that they're not going to do so. So it even feels like, you know, they're not taking action, so you're not going to manifest this anymore, because it does feel like, you know, you were waiting and you were hoping that they were going to, you know, do what they were supposed to do, but they're not doing it. No, they're guilty of withholding the pinnacle, withholding the love, with showing the integrity that they tried to, you know, that you tried to give them. If you've been waiting a while, you know, and they finally opened up and were showing a different kind of strength and love to you, but it just feels like they, you know, they're just not doing so. It's more of a disillusion, and it does feel like it's a lot of fabrication on their side. They've fabricated things, and it does feel like they are kind of, in the past, they've been using you as, you know, whenever I'm ready, whenever I feel good. But then, you know, like I said, they might even be using you as the grass is greener and from maybe from a Taurus or a Leo, maybe even a Capricorn. So they could be telling you all these wonderful things, but it's at their convenience. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like they only come when it's convenient to them. But it's pulling on your heartstrings, right? So you're coming to the conclusion, as you're gaining clarity and intuition, that, you know, this is definitely what they're doing. They definitely are using you as their convenience. Everything they're saying is fabricated. And like I said, it does hurt with the Five of Cups, but it does feel like through the process of meditation and opening up and releasing all the blocks and all the hurt and all the pain, you are definitely coming to the realization that I don't have to hold on to this pain anymore, right? You're becoming more strong-willed, you know, but it is showing, you know, that solidarity within yourself, that you're gaining. And I do believe you are gaining more control over the situation, you know, not investing in a relationship that takes you to the back seat, you know, using your intuition, maybe out looking, you know, getting ready to actually go out and look for someone who wants to focus on you and put you in the front seat with them instead of in the back seat. Bettering yourself and starting, you know, to have better directions for yourself, better directions that are not going to overwhelm you, or, you know, even waiting for them to come around, offer you this. Just remember that there's always people within your life who do love you, and who do believe in you, right? And you have the will and the self-will to turn things around. You just need to look up and, you know, and have that recognition, and recognize really what really is going on within this person, and keep growing and moving forward. And that's really what that's going on. And you're going to start feeling more joy and more happiness in the present, as these things start coming to light. Because right now you just feel very drained and overwhelmed, because this person has you very drained and overwhelmed. And I think it's because they do, you know, say things like, well, you know, get ready to wait for my phone call, you know, and then you wait and you wait, and then they stand you up. So I just feel like maybe they stand you up a lot. But like I said, it's because of, you know, they're pre-calculated in their own ways. There's also a lot of miscommunication, but it's also because they're not emotionally tied to you or the situation. You know, if you're only there for their convenience, then it's only there when they want their victory. But there's other victories and stuff surrounding you. And as you come out of this solitary, peaceful area that you have yourself in at this time, as you're opening up, you're starting to realize that there are more fish in the sea. There are plenty of other new loves. There are plenty of people who actually do want to have, you know, real commitments with you. So very beautiful. With the Judgment over here, this is a judgment, a healthy judgment call that's coming towards you, and you know, it's the potential near future outcome of the situation, which is bringing in the Wheel of Fortune, because it is showing that finally you have made the right call, and that you're making the right call by, you know, healing away from this person, not listening to what they're saying, having a better understanding of what kind of person this person is. Queen of Swords, taking the high road to the situation, and the communication where you are having better communication, right? It's going to be probably, it could be the separation, having the understanding of the separation of the Three of Swords. A lot of you are stuck in a third party situation to where they do want, like I said, want to come away from this maybe Leo or this Capricorn and want to come towards you, you know, when they feel, you know, that maybe they're not giving them what they need. So it seems like maybe that person can only give them what they want, and then when they want something else, it's something that you can give. But it's definitely on their basis of what they want. So definitely with the Queen of Swords over here, though, you are taking the high road and you are having the better clarity of the situation. Now you're so clear about the situation that you're separating yourself completely from this person and having the understanding that all they want to do is give you swords. All they want to do is give you hurts and pains. This person is definitely the warning sign, right? You can even come to the clarity that the person is just definitely using you and stabbing you in the back because there's no true love. So your heart, you know, betrayal of the heart. And so, you know, and maybe you're even asking yourself, you know, why didn't I see these warning signs? Why did I allow this to happen? Things of this nature. And yeah, it's going to hurt. It's definitely a painful situation. They have secrets and they hide secrets from you, and you're coming to this conclusion, and this is why they do want to argue with you at certain times. And it's almost like you're having the clarity that if I ask too many questions, they do seem to want to argue and fight. You know, when are you coming back? Why are you doing this? Do you really love me? And then they want to get kind of maybe confrontational. And this is because of the dark secrets that they have. And that's also because of the third party situation that they're having. But you're not going to be stuck at the crossroads anymore. So if you do have this conversation with them in the near future, and you are asking these questions as well, not just to yourself, but maybe to them, you are going to come to the understanding that the direction that is happening is not the right place for you. There's too much intuition going on because you're very highly intuitive right now. And it does feel like the starriness that you had for them as your intuition is really kicking over here. You start to see the unfaithfulness within the situation and what's really going on around you. But I also believe that it starts to lose its luster, right? It becomes unrequited love the more you start thinking about it. So what you thought you loved and you were so starry-eyed about, now the star is upside down. You don't see them in the light that you've seen them before. Especially if they're coming at you conflicted, when you're trying to answer, you know, ask these questions and want them to answer. And the more that they try to stumble around, the more you're seeing them as, your light's kind of going out over here, buddy, or little missy, right? Because you're starting to see the truth about the situation and the inner self of what they really are. The glitter starts to go away. They don't seem as shiny now, do they? Before they could have been glistening, glittery, and all this great stuff, but you're noticing that maybe I do want to move away. I don't know. You know, you start to see what's really within them, you know, instead of how hot they are on the outside. You start noticing the insides, and you're saying, well, you know, you only tell me that you truly love me when you want something from me, or you try to pull me back in, or you call me, you know, to tell me this and that and the other, you know. But I don't know. It just looks like it's glimmers gone dark, for sure. And you're not focused on them anymore. You're going to stop focusing on them as much as your intuition keeps really coming out, because, like I said, you're going to truly know who this person really is on the inside. You know, for some of you, it's kind of crazy, because as I'm looking at this setup right here, it's kind of like I see the moon over here, and it's almost like I see the Queen of Pentacles upside down with the moon, you know, and the Three of Cups celebrating, and I kind of see them in this C formation right here, and it kind of reminds me of like, you come to see me, but you don't take me out anywhere. You just want to hang out at the house, but you don't want to take me on a date. You don't want to go out doing anything. It's just always you about being at my house. You don't want to, do anything in public. You start thinking about things like that. It's like there's only two scenarios in my head. Who are you hiding out from? Or you don't want to be seen with me? Or you don't care about me enough to actually go and actually have a real date. And, it kind of weird. I mean, look, even if you had the money, you have the money to go out and do something. They're like, no, let's just kick it here, watch Netflix. You know what I mean? And it's like, but they don't want to do anything, right? And they come and go as they want. But I do feel like they do whisper this sweet nothings into your ear, and then they bail. So, yeah. So you're not going to invest any more time within this situation because there's no real investment there. All the hopes and promises and everything are gone because they never were really going to hold on to the hopes and promises anyways, right? Because remember, they're just there for when they want to be. They have to come to the conclusion that they're not the solution, they're the problem, right? And that's really what you're going to come to the conclusion of is, oh, it's not me, and they're not my solution. If anything, they're my biggest problem of why maybe I don't have true love, because I'm waiting for them, waiting to get victory. I'm waiting on them all this time. So you're going to start looking at those things, my friends, and you're going to notice that, yeah, you're going to have way, better things coming at you. And I do see this, maybe Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio coming your way, once you let go and you allow the chapter to completely fall away, right? Because holding on to the past is something that you really need to do, is let go of this person because they don't have anything for you. They're greedy, guilty. They want to do things that they want to do. And they hold on to the things that make them feel comfortable. And they like the idea of, oh, don't worry about it because, you don't want to do what I want to do. You don't want to do this and that. Scorpio Sag right there. I'm going. You know what I mean? So definitely, I would say user. You could say player. You could say user. I'm going to go with the user deal, though. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye.